And this is the part where Vandalia waits to see if it actually streams on the right channels.
And welcome, finally, to Talking Time with Caffeine, the only podcast where we talk about stuff we don't know what we're talking about half the time.
And I'm finally back after, like, 5 episodes.
Like Caffeine.
It is a miracle, I think.
Our main topic today... Sorry.
Downed my caffeine a little bit too fast, so...
I've been...
Just got the ice sitting over.
I've been 5 steps ahead of you. I drank this Pepsi, like, around 2 to 3 in the afternoon. Sorry.
Yeah. Our main topic today is Hauser is going to TwitchCon this year.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We'll have to meet up there. I'll be there.
Yeah, I made the decision this week. I'm really scared.
He got
I'm actually really scared.
He got 50 subscribers in one setting.
On one sitting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some guy donated 16 subscribers. It was 3 5 times a random subs and one other sub. So.
Fantastic.
That sounds crazy.
It is pretty epic. It is the most I've ever been donated to in one sitting.
How
far are you gonna have to travel to go?
Across the whole country, pretty much. I'm from the East Coast.
Yeah, me and Hauser both live in Ohio.
I'll be driving a single state away, so it's not too bad for me.
Screw you.
I told Hauser he used to drive, but he's too far for him to drive.
Right.
Planes are expensive, plus you get there like 2 hours ahead of time when you fly. I flew last year to Disney World. Like I had to get there like 2.5 hours before the plane took off. And then the waiting time at the airport. So I started going through that 10-minute line.
Right.
Last time I flew before that was 99, so I could get to the airport in minutes to get on a plane. Those were the days.
Did you have anybody you're hoping to meet there?
Yeah, I'm part of the B42 gaming community, so I'm gonna meet a bunch of those people. Meet Benda, I don't know. There's this guy named Official Sokar. He had a gaming community that I was a part of for a little while. He doesn't have it anymore, but he's a really nice guy. I'm looking forward to meeting him. And I want to meet streamers too. I want to meet Doc and C's if he's there. I don't know if they're going to be there, but I'd like to meet Doc more than anything. Get a picture with him if I can.
Yeah.
Probably won't be able to, but
yeah, I'd love to go to TwitchCon, but like Hauser says, it's like $2,000 to go there. I'm like,
$2,000? Like what, for the plane ticket or for just entering there?
Well, let me be more specific, because what I said to Lamont was that it's $1,500 on the low end if you want to have comfortability and have fun. It's $2,000 if you want to be really, really generous and have a lot of fun. And it also depends in that area ranges depending on. It could be way less than $1,500, but it also that area ranges depending on where you live and how far you have to travel and where you're staying and everything that's included in the package. So.
Right.
Jeez.
Did you get a hotel or an Airbnb?
Well, I'm talking to a guy right now, and we're working on which one we're gonna get. Right now, all the hotels are stacked, but I made this decision like 3 days ago. So I wanted to go all year. I've been streaming a lot. I started streaming more and more, but I was too scared. And then this guy donated money, and everybody sort of said you should go. So I'm planning on going. I got enough money. It's just I might get a hotel at the last minute if I can't get anybody to book with. I'd like to find somebody to room with to save money on the boarding, because that's the most expensive thing. Like I got one other guy from B42 who's interested in boarding with me. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do about it.
Rent a camper, no.
Well, I've
totally
got
seen.
two options. So.
Go ahead.
I mean, I just need to find people who want to split it. That's all. An Airbnb, he said it was like $680 total for the whole shebang, which is expensive. It's like $100 a night.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm going with, looks like it's 5 other people. So we picked up an Airbnb for right about 700, which splits real nice.
All right, I'll be your 6. No worries, no big deal. But that's good, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you in B42? Oh yeah, you are in B42. Yeah, okay. That's right.
Yep.
That's where I met him from. I posted on the Facebook a few months ago, like, hey, I'm looking for guest stars, and when he's one of the ones that popped up.
I just joined the Facebook a couple days ago. I didn't even know they had that. So.
It's just my follow through to get the guests lined up. Took a little while.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I love talk shows on Twitch. It's the entirety of everything I do online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a couple other communities I'm in too, and I want to meet a lot of those people. The X3L one I've been in since I joined B42. That Kayla Chaotic person would be cool to meet. I know I'm more interested in meeting the streamers, but I think it would be good for networking too.
Yeah.
Right.
This is my 6th season on doing this podcast.
Oh wow, awesome.
Yeah, Vandalia is trying to reach at least 100 episodes this season.
Yeah, my first few seasons were like maybe few episodes because like I had a hard time keeping guests lined up. But then starting season 4, MarioTube became a permanent part. At least till recently, became a permanent fixture in this channel.
Yeah, I've had a huge schedule change that made me just get out of my whole usual thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going in this program that just teaches me about job stuff, but I have to wake up at 5 in the morning, and by the time I get home, I'm usually tired, so Tuesdays are, like, out of the question since I am either too tired to really think straight, or I'm already asleep at that point.
And I work 3rd shift at McDonald's, so at the time I'm half asleep in the daytime.
Oh, yeah, and also...
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and also, even if I wasn't tired by the time I got home on Tuesdays, it wouldn't really work out for me since we usually do this for like 2 hours last I was on, and for me to get good sleep, I'd have to get like to bed at 8 or 9.
Last few episodes only been like 45 minutes because it's being Snick, and 2 of us can't really talk that well by ourselves half the time, and usually Snick's quiet anyway, so you don't really talk. You have no topic to talk about. So have you ever been TwitchCon before? This is your first year.
For me?
Yeah.
This will be my first year. Yeah. It's actually my first year streaming on Twitch. So.
It's my first year streaming on Twitch too. I was like kind of streamer before, maybe once in a while, but this is this year I'm going full force with it.
Nice.
Yeah, me and Lamont, we have like really old stream accounts. We were involved in Twitch, like I think in 2014 or something. What was it, like 2000? When was the beginning of our account? But we just didn't do anything. We streamed like once a year for a while we watched all of it grow into this crazy shit it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where you find out how to find out when your Twitch account was created.
I don't actually know either.
Yeah, and MarioTube used to be a big Twitch streamer. He got almost 80 followers, but he quit doing that for a while.
So there's a website you can put it in.
Quotes on big streamer. I wouldn't have really considered myself a big streamer since I don't really have 100 followers, and those.
Well, you had more than I did for the longest time. I only had 15 till like a few months ago.
While I did have more than you at one point, it's still not really a big number.
I created my account in 2012.
I think I did mine the same around the same time then.
It was right after they switched from Justin TV to Twitch. Lamont, you did yours in 2011.
Wow, so I must have had Justin TV account then.
What's the last numbers on MarioTube's name?
My last numbers?
101.
Yeah, 101.
So was I still
Mario underscore or MarioTube together?
MarioTube are together.
I thought that was an underscore.
Nope. If you really want to be specific with how it's spelled, it's capitals M and capital T.
MarioTube 101.
And
no, I don't know why. Wait, oh here it is. 2013.
2013. Yeah, and also my numbers are together too.
So was I still? Can't talk. Did I start my account when it was still Justin TV then?
2011. I don't know when it turned over. It was right around that time. I didn't get into it when it was Justin TV. I looked at it a couple times. There were some RuneScape streamers I liked, but that's about it.
I've been doing this for a long time, longer than I thought I did.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know your name. What's your name on Twitch, Skeptic?
It's Skep Talk Live, all one word. SKEPTALKLIVE.
Oh. Well, then I guess I made a mistake then. Oh. Whoops. I'm gonna have to fix that then. I thought Skep Talk was one word and then live was a separate word because that's how it appears on Skype.
Oh yeah. That's like the branding, but I didn't want to put an underscore or anything in it in Twitch.
So speaking of branding names, where'd your name come up? How'd you get your name?
Well, for a long time I've been a follower of specific communities on YouTube. A lot of them being what are called the skeptic communities, with things like some of the names like the Amazing Atheist, the Drunken Peasants,
Shoe on Head,
Shoe on Head, Thunderfoot, Armored Skeptic.
I laugh at them all the time. I've shared with Mario a few Shoe on Head videos.
Yeah.
Right.
It says your account was created in 2014.
Yeah, I didn't stream until November or October of last year though, so I definitely watched a few shows.
Yeah, I love them. They make me laugh. They make me laugh sometimes. They're funny.
Right, and I wanted to be kind of in that community, so that's the content that I create is along that lines. We make fun of things that are the same kind of things that they make fun of. So
awesome. Yeah, my Twitch YouTube name is simple. Name the city I grew up in and my year I graduated high school.
Gotcha.
What about you, MarioTube? How did you come up with your name?
Well, the Mario part is just I like Nintendo. I like Mario, so that's what I chose at the time. Tube is just taken from YouTube, and I'm not really sure where I got 101 from. I think I just kind of randomly thought up, 101. That sounds catchy. I think I made the name up sometime in like 2011 or 2012. I'm not entirely sure when I created the channel. Let me look what YouTube says.
What about you, Hauser? How did you come up with your name?
Well, my name originally, was MHHauser321. If you go to my YouTube and you go back to when I first started, I was like, "Hi guys, this is MHHauser321 here, guys."
Wow.
And it sounded like a mouthful, so I just changed it to Hauser. So there was nothing special about it. It's just my name. That's my last name, Hauser. Been called Doogie my whole life because of that TV show, and I didn't want to do Doogie because it sounds like duty, and I was just like, I don't know. I've looked at me and Lamont. We like YouTube. We share a common interest in YouTube. Probably that similar to stuff you like, but my interests sort of surround retro gaming. So I always watched like Let's Plays of people playing old school Nintendo games like Cinemassacre, Angry Video Game Nerd, and Nintendo Capri Sun, and just like stuff like that's interesting to me. Like I did a Rygar playthrough on my first or second playthrough, and right now all three parts of it the first part has 18K views, the second one has 12K, and the last one has 5K.
Yeah.
Everybody likes all my playthroughs because they were like, at the time when nobody really played these games or showed you how to play them. Now everybody does it. It's really popular. Everybody does walkthroughs and let's plays.
Yeah, my most popular video right now is a collab that me and Hauser did back in 2011. It was a top 10 Super Nintendo video. Top 20 actually, top 20 video, and it's got 59,000 views. That's my most popular video to date.
Nice. Can we get a spoiler on what number 1 was?
Secret of Mana.
It's a great game.
I am currently playing the remake on PS4.
It's been so long since I played that game, I don't remember much about it.
Recording it for MarioTube to eventually edit.
Yeah. Oh,
he's my editor since I can't figure out how to use Premiere Pro.
Oh yeah, real quick, my channel was created on May 18th, 2012. Just wanted to say that real quick.
I wonder when our YouTube channels were created. That's got to be even further back because
mine was 2007, 2006 maybe. I was at the very beginning, in 06. You can tell, and you go to if you go to information, you can look that stuff up. Like
yeah, mine's 2011. Yours is older than mine. I remember when the YouTube format was so different. You remember that? It had like the video, then on the right you had all your videos in a playlist, then down below there was like comments and shit.
And background, you can make your own background.
Yeah.
Little section below it where responses to your videos would be placed.
Oh, I love it. That's how I got my first 10 subscribers via video responses.
Mm-hmm.
I miss video responses sometimes.
Video responses, yeah. Yo, Camry gave me the follow. Thanks, Camry.
Unfortunately, all my memories about quote-unquote old YouTube are of very bad things about how video responses were removed, the implementation of Google Plus at one point being required to use YouTube, and just all that. The only good memory that I really remember is the layout before the modern, at the time, like 2013 YouTube, where the channel was just like a vertical thing instead of how it is now, and you'd also have a background picture for the channel, so when you scroll down it's just like one continuous picture. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then they removed it.
It's changed so much, and it probably will continually change forever.
Yeah, I don't even like their current design. I have a thing that forces YouTube to stay the design before the new one now.
Yeah. Season 3 of this podcast was entirely in Hangouts, because we used Hangouts a lot back then.
Oh, yeah. I started out on this podcast while Vandalia was using Hangouts.
It's hard to use now, I think. It's just how harder it was before.
Yeah?
Yeah. So,
No Skeptic Live, thanks for the follow, man!
Took me a second to find your channel name. I found it.
Yeah, I threw you a follow too when I looked you up.
So, here we have a thing here that our guest can pick a topic that we'll talk about. Do you have a topic you want to talk about?
Totally do, actually. Just something that I covered just the other day on a show that I was running. There is a news article that just recently came out about robots and children. Do you guys have opinions on AI?
Oh, artificial intelligence?
Correct.
Like, what about it specifically?
Well, the oncoming of, the singularity, essentially. We've got the AI is advancing at breakneck paces currently. Are you guys excited about it? Are you guys wary about it?
For me personally, I just don't really feel any different about it because I keep hearing about how, AI is advancing, it's going to take our jobs, but I don't really see any examples of it. Like, maybe I'm just not really looking at it right, but I just can't really find any examples.
I think it'd be cool for AI, but also unless it goes like that. As long as you have like the real world too, you know, can't like not get really like enveloped. Kind of like, you ever watch that movie Player One?
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw it and I read the book. It's good.
I haven't read the book yet. Well, I gotta read that book then. But yeah. Well, growing up, me, at least with me. Are you in your 30s or 20s?
I am in my 30s.
So like we grew up basically on floppy disks and and like back when we thought a 5 GB hard drive was a lot of room.
Right. But so the article that I'm referencing was about a new test that was just run the other day, and what they did was they took an old psychological test that is a pretty famous one, where they had people. So if you've got four people sitting at a table, and 3 of them are actors and 1 of them is the actual test subject, and there was a picture of a grassy field that was put up on a screen, and the inspector said, "What color is the sky?" And the 3 actors all said yellow, and it's obviously blue. The test was to determine whether or not the third person or the 4th person, who was actually a test subject, would say blue because that's what they saw, or if they would follow along with the 3 other people and say yellow. And it turns out that quite a few people did cave into the peer pressure of doing that. The new experiment that they run is with children and robots, and that exact same experiment. And it turns out that children are highly susceptible to robots telling lies and then following along the whatever it is that the robot says.
So what age group are the children?
I don't remember exactly the numbers, but they said young children. So I'm assuming it's probably in the ages of like 8 to 12, something along there.
If it's 8 to 12 or about that, then that's kind of scary. That's pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie.
I think that AI is a threat. I don't know exactly how, because I'm not smart enough to really know. And I've heard people talk about it like it's something we need to watch out for and protect ourselves against, like make laws ahead of time now before it becomes, like a part of our society. Yeah, like I agree with MarioTube. I don't think it's as evident yet. It's getting there. It's getting closer. The other thing that I would say it's related to AI is not really as a threat. It's technology. I think that the technology sector of our lives and just in general is grown 7-fold and probably will grow 14-fold the next 20 years. So like, you know how we were raised on televisions and magazines and shit like that. Now kids are raised on iPads and cell phones. You know,
you don't think it's gonna be? You don't think it's gonna be like? You don't think it's gonna be like Terminator levels, do you?
I don't know. I think AI is a threat. I don't really know exactly how. I've heard people discuss it. There's like a TED talk with Elon Musk, and he goes, "Yeah, we need to really watch out for AI. It's the new threat." You know, I don't think we're there like MarioTube says, but it's definitely something. Technology is in every aspect of our life. I mean, you can if you have cash, but like, you can't find a single person on the earth that doesn't have a cell phone and a credit card that work off computers. You know, people are afraid that we'll get so reliant on computers, which run the world, which are essentially what they mean by AI. I think that if
they are
something went wrong, we'll be controlled by it.
Like, was it like 10 years ago or more that we all had big fat TVs and now everything's in monitors? Now it's all flat. Everything's flat now.
Right. Right.
Getting thinner and thinner.
From CRTs to flap screens.
And now everything's HDMI connected, or even now they have people that do I can't afford it. Some people have 4K streaming now.
For me, it went from a huge, heavy Sony CRTV to a very small Philips HD TV to now literally just a projector. I play my games on a projector on my wall in my room. It is amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. And I thought when I got a dual screen capture card, a dual monitor capture card, I was the bomb. Like, oh my god, I have 2 monitors now. Awesome. Because now some people have 3 or 4 monitors. Like, I don't have the room for that many monitors on my desk.
Right.
If I got really creative,
working...
I could probably fit 2 other monitors.
My previous job before the stuff I do now, I was a software developer, and I used to have 3 screens at minimum, depending on which workstations I was at, and they were all actually set up vertically, so that the length of the screen was all up and down instead of left to right, so that I could see more code at a time.
Nice.
Yeah.
This church in downtown Phoenix, and I helped with their video live streaming. I started off as a cameraman, and then at one point I started being the director, and in the back room for where all the backstage stuff happens for live streaming, there's like 6 TVs basically.
Mm-hmm.
They were all set up in like a rectangle, so 3 on top, 3 on bottom, and each one had like different functions. Some of them were using different PCs as well. So yeah, that got interesting.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can now.
Oh yeah, also, I almost forgot. I wanted to also point out, Hauser, that when I said it's not as evident, that's coming from having that opinion from like middle school days. So I'd say, like right now, I'd honestly say that media itself is more of an issue than artificial intelligence, and it's just been like that for so many years. Like, I haven't really seen anything change. Like, maybe stuff like Alexa, but even then, that's kind of a stretch for me.
Oh, I remember we used to abuse MarioTube's Alexa all the time.
Who?
What?
Who does?
We did. We used to abuse your Alexa.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know that they got. I know. I was watching Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about it's a form of artificial. It's not artificial intelligence per se, but let's say you would say a sentence into a computer, right? All right. They did some tests. It's still like preliminary, but in 10 years it might be through the roof. And they could take your voice, and then they can make you say anything they want. They could make you say like, yeah, bring the Russian strippers over, just something crazy like. And that's a little bit scary. Like, they could make you say like, oh, blow it up, drop the nuke, stuff like that. And it's in its infant phase right now, but society, like technology, it just grows so fast. That scares me.
Sounds like something we can already do in a video editor.
You could they could like take what the president says and morph it to say whatever. And I know they have I'm not sure how true this is. Like, when you see a president's speech, they have a setup, I feel like, where they can manipulate what comes out of what he says via, I don't know, like a computer, which is crazy to think about. I mean,
they were called the process is called deep faking.
Wow.
It's used a lot for porn, but it also gets used for political figures.
That's funny.
So,
and yeah, it's just essentially they add as much they add as much video evidence of a person they can into a neural network, and then the neural network builds what you wanted it to say.
So basically, it's like a soundboard, except you can just have the computer sound out everything for you.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Well,
Well,
it sounds like
I
something we
remember-
could have made a long time ago at that.
I remember in the 90s, early 2000s. I thought the point of you can type and talk was amazing. Like, wow, type and talk. You can type and you can talk and it types for you. Like, wow, that's cool. So cool.
Like I said, I think it's just not AI. I think it's more of media that's the threat. Because you can pretty much do a lot of things
I know
with
for
media,
a fact,
including what you described.
the media is filled with like fake news. I know that's the statement was a Donald Trump thing, but it's real. It's not news that you see on television and on not necessarily on television, definitely on the internet. You can't really trust it that much anymore. There's people just out there just hold goals and spread rumors and make false claims.
I don't think it's the AI itself. At least right now, it's who's using the AI and their power and the people. Like it's like that. It's like that gun thing. It's not the guns that kill people. It's the people that kill people.
But like, how is AI the thing and not the media? Like maybe there's like a section of this I'm not hearing that makes more sense or what, but I don't think artificial intelligence is really worth having someone sound like they said something else when you can just take recordings from a president and then just edit everything or sentence mixing together and there you go. You know what I mean? Like at that point, it's not really artificial intelligence.
I think there's a lot more to artificial intelligence than that. I don't understand it completely. I do a Google search and we can find out, but I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah. For me,
I'll look it up.
For me, it just seems like that it's just purely the media that's the real issue right now. I just don't really see how artificial intelligence will cause any issues as of right now, unless there's like something huge.
I agree on that front. I think it's in its infant phase. That's why they were talking about putting in laws in place now to prevent it from going crazy if it ever take over, you know?
Yeah,
like,
but what...
I always think of the Matrix when we talk about artificial intelligence for some reason.
But what confuses me even more is that we've been saying this for so many years, but I just haven't even ever seen anything that can back it up as examples. That's what confuses me.
Well, there's things called algorithms that run programs, and they're essentially like the base of what I think artificial intelligence started out as. People think that like if a computer or a program was to become sentient like humans and just take over, that they might be smarter than us, and then like they control computers run electricity, they're the control systems that operate the mechanisms that actually make the electricity and send it to everybody. They're run by computers, so they could control the whole grid if they wanted to. That's
like back during that Y2K scare thing, 2000.
Yeah, they're scared of that. It's a real threat in some ways, and in some ways it's not.
Well,
I wish I knew more about it.
Well, the Y2K thing was just more or less a rumor, actually. Because
a lot of people believed, apparently.
Yeah, people started a rumor where, if it reaches this year, then all technology crashes because it's not coded in. And then before anyone knew it, bam, it didn't do anything. I'm not entirely familiar with it because I haven't even looked at it yet since it's like a really old thing by now, but I'm almost certain it was just a rumor that people started and then everyone else believed it. But, you know, it can get scary when you don't even know what the outcome is going to be. I guess at that point it would be fear of the unknown.
Right.
We've had that for ages. Sparrows.
In regards to the two AI making their own language, turns out it was false, didn't happen. Huh. Actually, I just thought of something. Going back to the test that Skeptalk mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The AI being the teachers, or just computers being teachers to kids. can tell them anything, they'll believe it. Because if the children were very how do you pronounce that? Susceptible?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if the children are susceptible to robots saying one thing and then they mostly say that same thing, then if the robots were teachers or the computers, whatever, then that's going to be something interesting, to say the least. But even then, though, you know, there's got to be something that is regulating it, because there's got to be regulations for it. There's just got to be. You can't just do that one thing and just come out of it scot-free, you know?
Yeah, it could be a good thing, too, if it was properly used, especially if the students were learning better from, say, a robot teacher, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, there's the thing right there, properly used. Like, they could teach, like, here a program that could teach the kids anything they want to teach. Okay, kids, we want you to go out there and do this now. Like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, how far will this AI thing even go to? I mean, people freaked out about how, oh, AI is taking over cars, but as I'm seeing it, self-driving cars just don't really seem to be something that's going to be possible, because there's just too many variables for the self-driving car to deal with, and because of all these random variables, literally the computer can make one mistake and that's it. Whereas the human, yeah, the human makes mistakes, but you know,
of course, there's also the
I don't know, it's just different, I guess.
There's also the paranoidal, people, because I remember back when I still went to church in the 90s, early 2000s. Some people were freaking out about credit cards and stuff, like, oh my God, it's the beast, it's Sign of the Beast, credit cards and all this stuff. We're like, oh my God, don't get credit cards. I'm like, okay.
That reminds me of another very funny story I just recently looked into. Did you guys hear about the Wales credit card fraud situation?
Are you referring to Wales, the city, or Wales in the ocean?
The country in the UK.
Okay, I thought it was a city. It's not. It's a country.
Okay.
It's basically a kind of, I guess, a kind of country. It's been part of
I've not heard
like
about this. No, I haven't.
2,000 years now at this point.
So along the lines of, say, like the Nigerian prince scams, right, where they're attempting to get money out of older folks who don't know what's going on. There was a letter sent out in the mail to a lot of people in Wales, and the letter read that their research and development company for the credit cards that they had, right, or I think it was the debit cards, right, the debit cards they had, have revealed that the cards have a strong possibility of catching fire in your wallet, and so they were issuing a credit card recall.
Wait.
And trying to get people to send their credit cards in the mail.
Wait.
To
what?
Yeah, like a Samsung phone catching fire in your pocket. Your credit card could catch your pocket on fire.
What kind of credit cards do these people have?
Right. Well, they have normal credit cards that don't catch fire, but the mail was trying to convince people that they did, and
wow.
They had like a form to fill out that was like, put your name, your birth date, your address, your PIN number on this piece of paper and send it into our office, and we will get you back a new card after we've disposed of the ones that catch on fire.
Oh my God.
It's a good
Oh,
scam.
boy.
It probably worked on
Yeah.
some gullible people.
Oh boy.
Oh, I bet.
Wow. That is just
like, it was like older people or younger people.
Yeah, usually older people.
get smarter
They
so
see all
then you
the
don't
newspaper.
get
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
get smarter so then you don't fall for the most stupidest things possible.
But they see all these news stories that are running around about the cell phones catching fires, or special types of batteries catching fire, or little scooters catching on fire. But once they hear that your debit card can catch on fire, they're most likely concerned about the fact that there's a microchip in that credit card now. That's gonna catch on fire, you know.
That's pretty interesting. I feel bad for those people, but I could see it working really well.
Right.
Jeez.
It's a con. It probably caught on after a while, but...
Right. It's going to catch on because of all of the Twitter posts of, people saying, I just walked past my grandma and she said, don't let your credit card catch on fire.
Oh, man. Old people are gullible. That's just funny no matter what, okay?
So apparently old people and young kids.
Very young kids, yeah. The babies, they don't know what's going on.
Right.
I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's a rumor or not, I heard this rumor like a long time ago that like babies and pets could apparently like tell if you're a good person or a bad person. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, they say like cats have a sixth sense about stuff like that.
like my brother had told me a story this one time where they took their old dog to the video store, in a ride, and he started barking at this black guy. And they're like, be quiet. That name was Killer. Be quiet, Killer. Stop barking. He's like, bark. He's like, oh my dogs are racist apparently. So they quieted him down. The guy left, and then they went inside. Apparently, that guy had just robbed the video store.
Oh wow!
It's like a dog was like barking at him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was a coincidence or not. This is weird. I thought
it is weird. I mean, he might have known. Dogs have senses that we don't have. I mean, their nose is like 7 billion times better than ours. Maybe he smelled something he was associated with danger. I don't know. They're just
the person could be covered in what is that, like human pheromones associated with anxiety or nervousness, because I mean, if you just committed a criminal act.
Of course. Because this is a while ago. Because this happened a while ago. Because it was a video store, and they don't think they exist anymore.
Sorry, I disappeared there. I had to go investigate a sound.
We were talking about dogs barking at things, and
is this a new topic?
Pretty much, we were talking about like like kind of like maybe a little bit.
So change it
if you want to. We're mainly talking about if. Rumors that dogs and little kids can sense bad guys or something like that. Like my brother's dog apparently barked at this robber before he knew it was a robber.
I feel like I've heard that story somewhere before.
Well, I like my dog has this thing that she does, and I'm not saying that it means my dog has a sixth sense, but I know there's a science behind it. I don't really know the exact details, but like. Every time I think it has to do with the pressure in the air, but every time there's a storm, and it's got to be a moderate to a violent storm, probably like not a small one where, thunder and it's going to rain for like a couple hours, she starts like following me around, and she starts whining, and she'll sit next to my chair, and she'll be like, pick me up, or she'll hide under the bed, and she makes it really obvious that she's anxious and nervous. So she has a sense for weather, which is a sense that we don't have as a humans. I'm 100%, well, I'm not 100%, but I don't think it's as acute as theirs is.
Does your dog ever act up, Mario?
No.
Mine definitely does.
I remember my dog. I haven't had a dog in a while. I remember my dog acting up very well. I remember every month. Like I knew when the waterman guy came to check the water pressure or the water reader thing, because the dog always started barking for no reason. Like what's bark, what's happening? Oh, the water guy's here. like stranger in my yard, stranger in my yard.
Well,
So I had
Hauser,
to use bloodhounds to catch people. I mean, they give them a whiff of their scent and they know where to find them. I mean, it's no miracle. Dogs have a really good sense of smell.
well, Hauser, you said earlier that your friend had a dog that barked at a robber before they knew it was a robber.
Yeah, that was totally me.
Oh, that was you that had that?
That was me.
Wait, no, now I'm confused. Okay, Vandalia. That was Vandalia that had that, right?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the story again. My brother took his dog to the video store. Just back when we still had video stores, in the car. And all of a sudden, this black guy came out and the dog started barking at this black guy. And my brother thought he was a racist dog, apparently, because it was a black guy. And it's like, like, be quiet, killer, be quiet. And like, finally, calm down. The guy left. He went inside the video store, and apparently the guy had just robbed the place.
Okay. And this is a serious claim, or are we memeing here?
That's what's really happened. So
No, I mean, like, the claim that the dog can know that it was a robbery before you guys knew. Like,
I'm not sure.
Like,
Just
are we
debating
joking?
it. We didn't really make a conclusion. We just said it's possible he smelled
that
pheromones,
like pets
anger,
like pets and babies. Sometimes you give a baby somebody, he starts crying like crazy, and then
Well,
even
well, babies are a bit more sophisticated, but with dogs, my only thing that I could really say that could debunk the side of, oh, the dog knew it was a robber, was, who's to say the dog didn't bark at the dude, because that's what dogs do. Bark at strangers. A lot of dogs bark at strangers, and nothing happened, so...
True.
You know?
Like, that's true too.
What your brother
I think
what
that
that
the
happened?
dog's sense of smell is so underestimated. It's insane. I just remembered something. There was a study done where a dog had they trained the dog to recognize a certain container, a test tube or something that had a cell in it that had cancer on it. Okay, so the cell had cancer on it. So I don't know if it's related to their smell, or I'm pretty sure it's smell related. There might be another sense involved. Anyways, they trained it to recognize that, and then they put it in a room with all these like cancer, or these tubes of cells, of regular cells, and the cancer one. And this dog would find that one, but there could be more to it. It could have been because maybe the handler had touched the tube, or something to that degree. Maybe he touched them all. I don't really know, but that's crazy to me to think that a dog could smell cancer on somebody.
Smelling cancer from a test tube, right?
I'm not exactly sure on all the details. Like I said, I just remember hearing about that or seeing that somewhere.
I don't really understand how you could even test that though. Okay, here's my problems with that. You're training a dog to smell it from a test tube, not a person. So
I don't know if it was a test tube. I just know it was.
Okay, well,
I don't know how they did it. I just know I remember that.
Okay, well, let's just assume it was a test tube then, because that's the only thing I can go off of from what you remember. So, train it to smell it from test tubes, but you don't train it to smell it from an actual human. There's your first problem. Second, even if the dog could theoretically still smell it, it's going to be more potent if it's from the tube because it's directly from the tube. If you're trying to train it to have it detect it from a human, how are you even supposed to do that? I mean, like, is the whole... I mean, maybe the test is supposed to be specifically to, like, pull something from the human, put it in a tube, and then test it with the dog. Because that would make a lot of sense to me. But if it's from the human directly, like, with no surgery or nothing, just smell the human, that would be ridiculous of a claim. Because, I mean, body odor, thickness of skin and muscles. It's just, yeah.
I wish I knew more about it. I just don't remember everything.
I
It's
mean,
an interesting concept.
well, I don't really know the extent of the dog's sense of smell, so I'm just kind of going off of educated guesses. I mean, for all I know, that could be possible, but I don't know.
Well, I remember a few months ago, me and MarioTube looking up this stuff about parent stuff like that. About how apparently we read this stupid article about how baby wipes give you autism or something like that.
Oh my God, that again.
It's almost the same, similar thing. Almost.
I forgot about that.
We were looking about allergies and stuff, food allergies, and like, oh, this new study says baby wipes gives your baby allergies for peanuts and stuff like that. Something stupid like that. Look at what it said.
Uh-huh. Claims like that piss me off.
Just like
baby wipes give you allergies.
And autism.
Just like, you know, getting vaccinated gives you autism.
Yeah. Stupid crap like that. Even though that's not how it works.
I had a guess. Actually, I actually had a guess in season 3 of the podcast. I actually believe he was the anti-vaxxer.
Anti-vaxxer. Okay. Have fun getting sick then. That's why I had to deal with. I didn't want to get a flu shot and then got a flu.
Yeah, I got my flu shot last week. I thought I could put it off for a while, you know. Like I can wait till September, get this flu shot, you know. Like I'm cool. And then a week later, I got sick. I'm like, okay, getting it now.
Too late for that.
So like I got out of the flu. I'm like, okay. Next day, I'm like, hi, my flu shot, please now.
Right now.
Because I get sick way too easy. I get sick. I have a bad enough immune system as it is. I don't get when it's getting sicker. Like in 4th grade, I missed 2 weeks in 4th grade because I was so sick.
Wow.
So I'm like, I'm not taking any chances. I got pneumonia shot already, even though not put to get to your 50s. Like since I have asthma, they're like, might as well get it now. Like, okay. My lungs are bad enough as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Alright, so... Any else you want to talk about, or are we calling this a day?
Wait, how long has this been going for? An hour.
Did your friend join and leave? Where did he go?
He's still on the call.
He's spying on us.
Who's in the call?
Oh. He's hacking. He's wiretapping.
Huh. I mean, it's up to you, really. You can talk about more if you got more stuff to talk about. I don't care.
Okay, what about you, Mario? What you think you want to talk about?
I'm really trying to think of literally anything.
I was just trying to have a relaxing night. I didn't really want to play that many games.
Yeah. I'm just gonna start talking in general and see if I can get a topic out of it. I wanted to ask, is TwitchCon like VidCon, or is it different?
I don't actually know.
I don't know what VidCon is.
You don't? Well,
Like,
it sounds like that VidCon and TwitchCon might be similar. VidCon is like something for YouTubers, as far as my knowledge goes. Because I mainly hear it on YouTube. Oh, hey, we're going to VidCon or stuff like that. And it's usually YouTubers.
Is that like Comic Cons or like any kind of con? Just like.
I mean, con is just short for convention. So whenever you hear the word con, they're just talking about a convention, which means like a meetup style of a event. That's all it is.
That happens, I'm thinking, annually, right?
I think the cons are really popular right now. So
They've been popular for a long time.
Apparently Sparrow says, I'm sorry if one is better than TanaCon.
TanaCon. I have never heard of
well,
that.
I mean, a dried up gas station on fire is better than TanaCon. So
what's TanaCon?
So Tana Mojo is a YouTube creator, right?
Okay.
And dissatisfied with the treatment that some creators thought that they were getting at VidCon, because VidCon was bought by Viacom, and it's not necessary, or I think it was Viacom, but they're not necessarily, you know, it's not really run by YouTube, so wasn't really as respectful to some of the creators as, you know, you would think a con meant for creators would be. She tried to do her own con, and from what I saw, she underestimated the numbers of people that would attend, underbought on capacity for the ability to host people at said event. Like they had like 5,000 to 6,000 tickets sold, and they only had the ability to hold something like 1,500 people at a time. Oh. So there were people waiting outside for 8 hours in the sun. Yeah, exactly. And then also, like, you could buy a ticket that was supposed to give you like a VIP pass that let you get in like first and a bunch of other stuff, and that just wasn't being respected. So there was a bunch of free ticket people that got to go in and paid ticket people who didn't. So it was and there were people who flew from all over the country in order to come to see one of their favorite YouTube creators. So it was a big debacle.
So mainly it was just a matter of underestimation, right? That was the big problem with it.
Under or over? I'm not sure.
Well, he said under.
Yeah, their capacity could not support the amount of people that attended.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking that weirdly then, but yeah.
You think they stop after a while? They stop selling tickets after a while, make it a 2-day event or maybe a 3-day event. Like, okay, you're day 1, you're day 2, you're day 3.
Right. See, and then they just shut down the con in the middle of it.
Oh wow.
So some people who paid never even got to get in the door.
See, for some reason I thought I heard you say, oh, there was too little people and the con could hold 1,500 people, so I thought that's what you meant by underestimation or something. But
no.
I was just thinking
they could only hold 1,500, and they sold something like 4,000 tickets and gave away 5,000 free ones. So they had something like
what?
Like 8,000 people or something. Yeah, but then they couldn't even put everybody through the doors.
So that was the amount exactly, like just 4,000 paid, 5,000 given away, and that's it.
Yeah, let me take a look here. I'm gonna grab the.
That is stupid. Here. Why would you give away more than you sell?
Right.
That makes literally no sense. Like, you're just ruining any profit you would make at that point, or would have made. That was wow. That sounds really dumb.
And the paid people are like, hey, I paid for this ticket. Why is this free guy getting before me? Riot! Riot!
Yeah, that's the other thing too. I would be pissed. Rightfully
right.
so.
She blamed the con being shut down on crowd size, which she said was around 15,000 to 2,000 or 20,000 people. That was not true. I know that the aerial footage shows that was not true at all. So she was pretending to have it super overinflated. She said that she was told that the venue would fit 5,000 people. She claims she told a majority of the tickets to be free tickets, so VIPs wouldn't have to wait in line. There was 91 security guards. Okay, the total number of VIP tickets sold was 5,108. Okay, so apparently the real numbers are there was 5,000 VIP tickets sold, 200 to 300 free tickets, which is much less than what she said.
Okay.
When I originally read this story, and there were only 25 security guards.
Okay.
The contract with the Marriott where they held it was only for 1,000 people, not 1,500. This is the most recent data at refinery29.com. The contract was for 1,000 people, and let's see, the total money made from the ticket sales was $325,000, held by a secondary company, not the specific creator in problem, so she couldn't actually be held accountable for any of the ticket sales.
So
yeah, see, that's one of the problems with those conventions is that you could just take everybody's money and then they're not held responsible at all. Nobody has to pay for it. It's like you spend your money, but you're spending your money at a risk. There's no security involved. That's why there's probably all that controversy and drama around it. People can scam people and take their money, which might have been what they were trying to do, or somehow make money off of it, or maybe they were actually trying to do something nice. I don't know.
Right.
Could have been a scam from the front, and somebody ended up with a lot of money, and somebody went home broke, or a lot of people went home broke.
Right.
You never know. I'm a forever pessimist, so I would just assume that they were trying to make money on people.
Yeah, we don't have very many cons where me and Hauser live around Dayton area. I love to have one in this area I go to, like a Comic Con or a Twitch Con, something like that, in our little small town. I doubt that's ever gonna happen. Like, I have this friend. I got into this game recently called Danganronpa, and apparently this girl I know at McDonald's sees a cosplayer as she dresses up as it. One of the characters there. I'm like, I know people that I knew were into the kind of stuff, the cosplay and stuff. So you said you host like a real life RPG thing?
I do. I run a live action role playing game as like my day job.
So
go ahead.
So is it like live streaming that you do in conjunction?
No, I will eventually be doing that, but the place that I run the game does not have internet currently. I am currently working at making enough spare scratch to afford the like $4,000 it's going to cost to add that, because it's way out in the boons.
So what you use like videotape? Do you like videotape it now? Just old school videotape it, or like? Yeah,
we've definitely got a lot of videos on it. Yeah. But most of what we do is it's 48 hours of pretending to be a character in a wasteland setting, sort of like Fallout.
So how does this run exactly? Like, where do people go for this, and how is it done?
So it's in the woods in Oregon, right? You show up on you show up on Friday of the event. Exactly. People show up on Friday, dress up in costume, and then for the next 48 hours, the game is on, and we use Nerf guns as real guns. Like that's our version of bullets, and then foam padded versions of axes, machetes, things like that. And we run around with a kind of a game system. It's like a real complicated version of tag.
Are you referring to LARPing? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes. Yep.
I've heard about that. Never done it.
I used to do that all the time. I haven't done it since I was a teenager, but me and my friend used to role play like we were Civil War things, fighting the Civil War or something.
Oh yeah, like a reenactment.
There's just the two of us.
Oh, okay.
Just like climbing the hill and stuff. Back when we were at adults.
It's sort of the same thing, but this is, 18 and over with a little bit of alcohol mixed in.
A little bit of liquid fire. That always helps.
Yeah. For the people who are 21 and over, of course, in the specific area that you're allowed to drink as a 21 and year old, right? But the game, has adult themes. It's based on it's like a collaborative storytelling effort. We do things kind of like a you ever heard of a murder mystery night?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but for 2 straight days.
Seen it on television. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, makes me want to go try it out for a day. Go over there and become a character.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only time the closest I ever came to real life RPGing was like I sat in a session of D&D one time over at my friend's house.
I did some tabletop RPG with Brian and his friends once. It was fun. It was good experience. I didn't hate it. So.
Only role-playing I've ever done was with a friend years ago, which involved sword fights with plastic lightsabers. Nice. And also whatever I could do in what's it called? A theater class, a beginner theater class.
Yeah, RPG has always been my favorite kind of video game that I've ever played. Like the Manas and the Zeldas and all that stuff.
Right.
Is there a lot of problems with people and alcohol, or is it like regulated in a specific way where that's not going to happen, or the problems aren't going to happen? I'm really asking this so dumbly, stupidly. I can't talk. Well, I hope you got the point of what I was trying to ask. If not, I can try restating it.
Yeah, if you could.
Like, okay, when it comes to people 21 and up and alcohol with people under 20, is there usually a lot of problems, since it sounds like there's a lot of people that go to this?
Well, most of the time that the people who are drinking, it's just a beer to cool down type of thing, right? And if anything, it makes you more vulnerable to the younger, more spry, more energetic guys who are going to come in and whoop you. Because you're not...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So is it adult only thing, or like minors there too?
It is only 18 and over. We do run some minors allowed events, right? But those ones are strictly no alcohol while anybody's doing anything. We just basically bust out all of the Nerf guns and have like little target shoots for the kids and stuff. Just fun things like that.
Okay, Lamont, I made you something while we were talking. Go look at my stream. I'll show you.
Ooh. Alright.
It's not really for you, but I made it, I guess. You could have it if you want.
I'll take it. No, don't even do it just yet, but I'll take it.
You don't even know what it is and you want it? You idiot.
So how many people did you say go to this?
About 120.
120, okay.
Per weekend.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. If you ever want to take a look at, like, some of the if you ever get interested and want to look at the rules, even if it would be an impossibility to come, they're fun to look at. The Facebook is facebook.com/afterworldsgame. I'll put it in the chat for you.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
You see it yet, Lamont?
My computer's lagging again. I gotta type it again. Alright.
And as for the weapons, besides the foam swords, are Nerf guns the only type of guns, or do you guys also do like a thing with bows and foam-tipped arrows?
We do actually. Some people use those, but they find them to be less effective than, say, a shotgun full of Nerf darts.
Can you type your name in? I can't spell your name right now, apparently.
Alright.
So it's like a close quarters it's a close quarters kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, some of us have got Nerf guns we've got tuned up to about, 50 feet, things like that.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, okay. So that's why bow and foam tip would be ineffective.
Yeah, that way, that and the slow rate of fire.
Right. Well,
Okay.
I mean, I guess the only way you could get around that while still using a bow is like the... I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a bow kind of weapon for Nerf, and you basically pull the string and it shoots darts from the front.
Hey, Adam.
Hold
Okay,
on.
loading.
What games do you play, Skeptic, on your stream?
I don't actually play any games at all. I only host a talk show.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, with the Pokeball?
Yeah, it's a Pokeball.
Was you going to capture all of us?
I'm basically a Snorlax.
I haven't played a Pokemon game since original Gold and Silver.
Oh, Pokemon now?
Yeah, I was looking at... he sent me a picture he made for me. It's Pokeball, and I'm like...
Wow.
Oh, my.
So
what? Here's a question. It's more back on the TwitchCon topic. What do you know about what events there are and things to do at TwitchCon, as far as the convention from 10 to 6? I know very little except from what I've seen on the website and the fact that you get to see streamers in real life. That's about it. You know anything else?
Yeah, I do believe that there's definitely going to be some things, like there's going to be some like tech rooms where you're going to be able to go in and find like or Delgado's setup or whatever, or Elgato's setup, where they're going to show off some new stuff that they got coming for their stream decks or something like that.
So are you probably... sorry.
Go ahead.
So are you probably enough to get your own table, your own table, your own room, like?
Oh, I didn't have not that far yet. I'm only at about 600 followers right now, so I'm not
like,
that big yet.
Be like, come, go ask Howler TV some questions at 2 p.m.
Yep. My big plan is that I'm meeting up with some of the streamers that I kind of grew up with here on Twitch. A lot of them from B42, a lot of them from X3L. Specifically, I don't know if any of you guys have ever met or talked with Uncivil TV and Chatta TV. They're in both of those communities as well. Those guys, we've got plans to go meet up and have a good time with those guys. I'll be going, and the crew that I'm going with includes a girl by the name of Lil Dobby and T-Berry and Tosis Gnosis and a crew that we're putting together, and we're gonna go, hang out, meet some people, check out what TwitchCon has got going on, and then I'm going to start interviewing people and trying to live stream the whole thing.
Okay, that sounds like fun. If I do end up going, I should find you have a Twitter?
I do.
Same name? I'll add your Twitter.
Yeah, it's skeptalk_live on Twitter.
That way, if I end up going and whatnot, I can find you and say hello. Just
Hell yeah.
Meet you.
That sounds good.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go though.
Yeah, I can come unless I get so I randomly get a few more subscribers on Twitch. like more than zero. Well,
here, I'm gonna send you that Pokemon image through Twitch or Discord. Through Discord. A Pokeball. why I said it like that.
So what's your Twitter again?
It is skiptalk_live.
I had a clip that I made just the other day from my stream. Got 170 views.
Nice.
On a Fortnite. It's one of my hottest clips yet. Pretty good. We're trying to spread it around to get it to 200.
Would that be the so some players be stupid?
Oh yeah, you saw that? Where'd you see that at?
I literally just went and checked out your clips. So.
Oh yeah.
It's up to 190 now.
Oh, is it? This is old. I had it open, yeah. Just trying to get it up there. It's literally probably one of my best clips from Fortnite since I started playing. Do you play Fortnite, Mario?
No, I'm not really one of the people that find it too fond, but
He plays. At least he used to. I haven't seen him in a while. He's a Splatoon player.
yeah, I'm more of a Splatoon person. I mean,
Well, I knew that. I just didn't know if you played Fortnite.
I mean, I think it's a bit, well, I don't know. It seems like an interesting idea, but it's just, I don't know.
It's
Maybe
the
I've
hottest
been
game
following
of the last 5 years, probably.
5 years. What?
It hasn't been out that long, but I'm saying, like, in the last 5 years, there hasn't been a game hotter than this game.
Like, what do you mean? Like, literally popular, or
Literally sold the most, made the most money, and become the most popular in the last 5 years. I would put Fortnite in the top 3 easily.
It has become one of the only game names that soccer moms in their 50s know, other than the word Mario. So they can say, are you going to go play Mario or Fortnite?
Yeah, everyone I know at work plays it too. It's just, I don't know. I've never been that good at PvP games.
It's alright, man. You don't have to be good at them.
yeah. I mean, I think I've been just following the hate train a little bit too hard on it, but I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Now that I really think about it.
Like in MarioTube's Splatoon thing, when I started playing it, I was terrible at killing people, but I'm great at filling the areas of paint. I'm like paint. I can cover that turf like nobody's business. But killing people, I'm like, I'm dead.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I realize I don't really have any reasons to hate it right now. That's weird.
You're just a hater because you hate. That's what it is.
I guess I was. Yeah.
Yeah, just like
You
when people
hate us because you ain't us.
just like when I used to play play PvP in Warcraft. I'm like, where else was killing people in the middle of the roads? I'm like, I was going around sticking around like flag cap. We win. So I was
What's
doing
that achievement called where you have to get it on that War Song Gold? Do you remember?
Capture
You
the
have to like
flag.
cap the flag and carry it back and forth 3 times without dying.
Yeah, I'm like, I think it's more like a Rafi Basin, but yeah, I was like flag cap. So I was like, for those killing people, I was like I was stealthy and like, point captured. We win. Just, so I just avoid all the big battles. I'm like, bye.
Wait, Hauser, what platform do you even play Fortnite on?
The PC.
Is it possible to crossplay PC and Nintendo or
Switch.
Microsoft?
Yeah.
You can? Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was only crossplay with consoles only. I thought PC was isolated, but I guess not.
Another thing we talk about, like,
Well, except Sony. Sony's a exception.
yeah, apparently there's a lot of cross-platform drama right now.
Well, not right now, as far as I'm aware of. At least it was because of Sony. Your isolated company. Okay, I didn't expect it to be this quiet, so I guess I'll just keep talking about it. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that Sony is, like, really hard about not wanting crossplay with their console. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean, I see the business reason behind it. It's a shitty business reason, but if you have a PS4 and your buddy really wants to play with you, he has to buy a PS4 in order to come play with you. That's their shitty business reason behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maximize the profits, except it's anti-consumer. So.
Right.
Yeah, if it's
maximize profits, minimize fun.
Yeah, even if it, here's what I always see. Even if it's maximizing profit, I don't really think it would work that well unless it was Call of Duty when it was good, because it's anti-consumer, so it cancels each other, if not makes the situation end up being worse than if you were pro-consumer and maximizing profits. And plus, even then, it's like the console's already popular enough. Work on PS5. I mean, it's been several years since the PS4 has been released. Is this going to be the age where we're trying to make consoles last as long as possible now? Because that's what Nintendo's... Yeah, that's what Nintendo's doing. Oh, we want our Switch to run for 10 years. And... I mean, it's not really a far out...
From their standpoint, making a new console is the hardest part about making money. It's probably the most expensive part.
Yeah, but not only that, but I could see that working because the Switch is just in a really good place with its hybrid. The hybrid is just the biggest point of
it's a hybrid? Oh, well, the
Switch is the hybrid.
Yeah, it's portable and home console at the same time.
Yeah, more portable than a gaming PC. Or, sorry, not gaming PC, gaming laptop. So, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's portable and it's powerful, that could easily work. As long as they kept the Switch relevant, which they don't even need to really do. The developers from third parties could do that, and whatever Nintendo can put out there will automatically keep it going anyways.
Well,
so
first they gotta make all the 3DS games available on the Switch first.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but
yeah,
they're not gonna do that.
Because right now they're trying to replace the Wii U with the Switch, but now they replace the 3DS with the Switch.
They've already replaced the Wii U, and as far as I see it, the 3DS is pretty much dead. But Nintendo is trying to keep it alive as best as they can for some reason. I mean, here's the thing: the 3DS, yeah, it was a cool concept back then, but let's be honest, who all really uses the 3D feature? Like, really, because I don't, personally. Like, I turn it on barely.
I just wish there was a way to play 3DS games on your computer besides emulating them, which they're cracking down now. Nintendo is cracking down on emulations.
Nintendo hates emulators, yeah.
Yeah.
But getting
actually, they don't hate the emulators, they hate the ROMs.
But
it's an intellectual property. I don't know if it's an intellectual property. They own the rights to it, technically. I mean, they did all the right things. It's just
the problem is
better than them.
The problem is getting your 3DS modded to play on their capture card is like a lot of money.
Oh, the 3D capture card mod? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you have to send it out.
Oh my god. Well, not only that, but you gotta find anyone that even does it anymore. Because I've tried looking for that kind of thing, and there's just pretty much nobody except like one person, and it costs you a pretty penny just to even get the mod in the first place. So unless people get those 3DS games like Zelda, Majora's Mask, and like other games over on the Switch to play it, you have to use emulations to play some of these games. If you want to do old school camera recording, okay, put your camera on your 3DS, record it. Oh yeah, and Also, forget about trying to find a used 3DS with that mod too. That's pretty much almost impossible. If you do find one, it's still gonna cost you a pretty penny. It's like little to no difference in price. So you're kind of screwed either way. I mean, the new Nintendo 3DS, I've heard that you can basically mod it, and, well, you could at least mod it, and then there's like a program that you could use where it streams the screen to the program on your PC, and you record it that way. I don't remember if it worked 100% or if it was like 90%, but that was an option. I say was because I've heard things about Nintendo making it really hard to hack the 3DS now. So yeah, that's I don't know what that option is, whether it's good or bad at this point.
And then there's Nintendo cracking down on YouTube videos too now, apparently.
YouTube
oh
videos?
yeah, they've been notorious on that for a long time.
And that
you have to be a
like
specific partner with them in order to stream or like comment on any of their games, or they'll try and snag you for copyright super hard.
Yeah, like it's literally nothing. I've been doing YouTube for a long time now. I'm not any professional or anything, but
yeah,
I've been doing it for a long time. And out of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos I've done with Nintendo stuff in it, the worst I have gotten were copyright claims, and I've gotten a lot of those. And yet, despite all the copyright claims I have gotten throughout the whole time I've been doing this kind of thing, not one time have I ever gotten a strike. Ever.
I got on a strike one time on my channel. It was my top 10 Fraggle Rock song thing. But anyways, yeah, copyright comes a big deal, like, because we're not that popular yet. Like, oh no, here, take my 2 cents I got from this video, value, and here you go. You can have my 2 pennies, Nintendo. There you go. Hope you're happy with them.
Oh, and also another thing about that too. Well, about copyright stuff. I don't even know how the strike system works, because I thought that eventually I would get a strike one of these days just because of all the claims, and yet it seems like claims don't really do too much. I mean, if you're into ad revenue, then yeah, that's going to do something.
I think it depends on if you try and challenge them. If you just accept their terms, they offer you terms. They say, well, you can have this video up, or they used to, I don't know. You can have this video up if you allow us to stop you from streaming it in this country, and we get all the ad revenue. So if you accept that, then it's not technically going against you. Now, if you tried to fight it every single time, you might end up with a strike, I think.
Yeah, I said, yeah, have my penny.
Well, I just don't even do anything with claims except delete the emails I get, because, like I said, they pretty much do nothing for me. I mean, ad revenue, yeah, that's going to be affected, but I'm not even trying to make money on YouTube, so that even that's not a problem with me anyways. Hell, if anyone wanted to know anything about ads on my channel, I'd say, look, screw the ads that appear on my channel. You can use ad blocker on my channel. I don't make money on this, and I don't care, so just block ads for my channel all you want. I really don't care. So
and most strikes come from breach of contract with the terms of service on YouTube. So if you do something inappropriate, that's where most of your strikes are going to come from.
Yeah. So even I don't really do anything to cause a strike.
Unless the person's really just a jerk.
I don't know. It seems like that if you are popular, you're more susceptible to a strike, but if you're not popular, then you're invulnerable, pretty much.
Okay, Skep, did you ever watch the Bible Reloaded people?
I did. I do. Jake and Hugo.
Back when they had that strike drama with Ray Comfort people.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And some people were just like, oh, you reviewed our movie, you like our movie, we reviewed it, bad rating, strike. You good rating, no strike.
Right.
Oh,
the biggest thing about this, the way that they got a strike there was that he was claiming that they just took his video and uploaded it and forgot about the fact that they commented in the middle of it and it was a review. So.
But because it was a bad review, they gave him a strike.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Even to this day, I still cannot understand how you're supposed to get a strike exactly. Like, what causes it to give you a strike? Yeah,
our friend Snick is scared that doing Nintendo videos on his channel because he's scared of getting a strike, so he does it on my channel. I don't care.
Yeah, for me, I just simply don't give a shit and just do it anyways, and YouTube doesn't really complain about it other than claims, and I just delete the emails, so not a problem. But, you know, you do what you think you gotta do, I guess.
What about you, Hal? Have you ever got any claims or strikes?
Oh, I've had a bunch of those claims where I upload videos. They just wanna, they'll mute a certain part of the video that has a specific sound or audio that they don't like, and that's about it. No, nothing other than that.
Yeah, I'd have to be a lot.
The terms and move on.
Back when I used to stream over at McDonald's, back prior to internet, on my laptop, I had a lot of background radio, a lot.
I used to do that kind of thing when I was starting to try to stream on Twitch many years ago, and then eventually stopped. But two different things happened that caused me to not like doing that anymore. First thing would be a lot of copyright claim emails that were very annoying because the amount there were, and the fact that you could pretty much get a massive troll fest with it, and it's just too much to deal with, so I just say fuck it, this is pointless, and I just remove it.
Well, they created a new system, I thought, a while back that was supposed to be like, what was it called? It was about the community could get together and make a, I forget what it was called. Shoot.
Like a playlist?
There's a system for flagging content that lets the community do it, or lets someone from the community do it.
Was that the
YouTube Heroes?
Oh, I remember that thing. That train wreck.
Did that even get implemented and then removed, or was it never implemented?
I don't know I forget what it was about. It was something about, like, if you had enough positive remarks, you could take down somebody's video or something. I don't know. Yeah,
pretty much.
You could flag it and they would take it down or something. I don't know.
I think that was like a big like oh my. I think people were like against that from the start. Most of them were.
Do any of you guys have their YouTube where you pay money for it?
YouTube Red?
YouTube Red?
Yeah. I do.
I don't.
Hell yeah, I do.
Only because I only have it so I can put my phone in my pocket, walk to work, listen to a YouTube video about closing. That's the only reason I have it. I have it.
So I guess we have the trinity of YouTube Red users and the one guy that doesn't.
Ad-free watching is more than worth it to me.
Yeah, I don't care about the ads. I'm like, okay, phone in pocket, listen to my 10-minute walk to work.
For me, I don't think Hauser explained why he has it.
I just never got into it. I don't know. There was no real reason.
Oh, wait, you don't have it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then I guess I have to retract my trinity of YouTube Red users comment.
We got 50-50.
Yeah, I don't use YouTube Red because, well, I'm probably going to get flack for this, but pretty much everything that YouTube Red offers, I can already do for 100% free. No ads, ad blocker, simple as that. Playing music on your phone with the screen off, I just download the music, turn it into an MP3, and then put it on my phone. Sure, it might be a bit of a hassle, but
Yeah.
It's an
problem is
MP3 player. What do you expect?
Mine's for more MP4 than MP3.
Downloading videos. Again, I can just go on a safe YouTube downloading site and just do that, and there you go.
That's
Boom.
True. That's true.
Is there anything else I missed?
You get free Google Play subscription as well.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I can't do that one for free, except, oh wait, I don't care for Google Play, so that's not really a problem to me.
Neither do I, really. I'm like, whatever. Like,
and even if I really wanted Google Play, I wouldn't even be able to really subscribe to it, because I don't have a job yet, still working on that. So I don't want to spend all my money and have it just go down the drain on a subscription. Not even for stuff like Netflix. So, yeah, even if I wanted to right now, that's just not worth it for my situation. So, yeah.
Right now, the only source of income right now is editing my videos for me, and that.
Pretty much, and that is just kind of a thing that's varied, I guess. I'm not going to go too deep into it because it's more of a private thing, but yeah. So yeah, YouTube Red for me is completely pointless. I know there's people that want to support the creators on YouTube, but for me, on my point of view, the fact of the matter is that ads don't seem like it really helps creators at this point in time. And even if it did, it doesn't seem like it's a very significant amount. More and more people are looking to Patreon by the day, so why even bother with ads at this point if you can just give money directly to the creator?
Yeah, do you remember that? Do you remember that big ad apocalypse we were talking about a year or two ago?
Yeah.
It's like where YouTube was like walking every ad there ever was. I forget how it was.
Actually, I think it was that advertisers didn't like what YouTubers were doing for some reason, so they just decided they didn't want to put ads on YouTube anymore and just pulled them from YouTube. So, because there was a lot of advertisers doing that, revenue for tons of people that do YouTube as their job went down. Like, it plummeted. And that's when people started really pushing Patreon at that point.
Right.
And understandably so, because if they're not getting profit, then, well, what else are you going to do?
Yeah, like I said, never affected me that much. Like I said, I'm not that popular.
I don't remember if Twitch was affected during this time. I don't think it was. I think it was specifically with YouTube, but I'm not sure.
Because I think Twitch has more ways to make money, like subscribers and like. Yeah,
actually, yeah, you're right. So even then, Twitch wouldn't really be affected anyways. So.
Donate bits and stuff. So.
Yeah, any effect would be insignificant, anyways.
And then like YouTube now, earlier this year they do more. Now you have 1,000 subscribers and like have like 3,000 views an hour. You even get money on YouTube anymore. Even if you are like following their rules.
Yeah.
Oh, so like, how long are we going for?
An hour and about 38 minutes. An hour and 38 minutes.
I think that's good for a day. All right.
All right.
So, what have we learned today? We've learned that TwitchCon is expensive.
Yep.
And most likely houses going there. We've learned that you can drink in a real life RPG. And we've learned that Nintendo copyrights everything. And we've learned that Hauser can make a Pokeball. And dogs can bark at people.
And sense things, apparently. Oh, and AI.
Oh yeah, AI. Let's talk about the AI. Some people are scared of AI, some people aren't. Like some people were scared of. It's like some people used to be scared that My Little Pony was of Satan back in the day.
Oh
That's
god.
very true.
Or even Pokemon being related with Satan.
Well, join us Tuesday, or you can join over at Skep Talk's channel. He's a talk show too on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can guest star on your show someday.
Hell yeah. I would love to have you guys.
Join us next week as we talk about hell if I know. Never stop learning and enjoy the randomness. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hauser says bye.
Bye now.